For more than 40 years, Averett University's athletics programs have competed in the USA South. Now we begin a new era as a member of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. We will continue to build on our traditions. We'll continue to develop our student athletes into tomorrow's leaders as catalysts for positive change. With 24 NCAA and club varsity sports, we'll bring championship aspirations, high academic success, and a focus on community service. We bring first-class facilities, and we will continue to build for the future. We'll renew old rivalries and create new ones in the ODAC. We'll do it as one team, one family, one Averett.
Hello and welcome to Averett Sports Network. My name is Chris Richmond. Alongside me is the man TH3, Thomas Heaney III, as we get into the national anthem. The starting lineups, we'll be right back with tip-off here with Averett Sports Network. We are back here with the Averett Sports Network. Just a brief little starting lineup here for you. Starting off with the Maroons. Starting first for the Maroons is going to be number 1, Jacqueline DeJesse, a freshman guard out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Next is going to be number 3, Sayer Brandstatter, a senior guard out of Summit, New Jersey. Then we got number 10, Peyton Kirchner, a sophomore forward out of Williamsport, Maryland. We also got number 20. Number 20 is going to be Jabria Haverkamp, a senior guard out of Ashland, Virginia. And it's going to be number 33, Rose Sandi. That's a first shot's going to be up and missed, rebounded by Prosper. That's going to be the starting lineup for the Maroons. For the Cougars, it's going to be number 2, Elisa Harris, a freshman guard out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 4, Talia Prosper, a junior guard out of Manassas, Virginia. Number 20, Skylar Jones, a freshman guard out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 21, Olivia Garner, a sophomore forward out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, as a quick layup here for the Cougars to go up 2-0. And number 23, Janez Hutchinson, a junior guard out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, Chris, and you mentioned Janez Hutchinson. She's first in the ODAC this year in offensive rebounds with 4.1 a game, so she's somebody to look out for this game for the Cougars.
She's definitely one of those key players that plays pretty much at every level of the game here for the Cougars. She gets it done on the glass. She can play defense outside of the paint. She can also get it done, in the post game, getting some mid-ranges to go and also some layups to go for the Cougars, some tough contact layups. So she's definitely a key person to watch. The Maroons just going to pass the ball around here now in the deep post, going back to the wing. Good ball movement here for the Maroons. Get a corner 3 up. It's going to be off the mark and rebounded again by Prosper. Prosper already now with 2 rebounds. As she's going to be driving through. Tough contact. The layup's going to be off the mark and rebounded by the Maroons, but great defense by Garner to press up off the rebound. The Maroons able to get out of this one and reset here in Brandstatter. It's going to be the play caller here for the Maroons. So now post move through contact is good. That's Kirchner using every bit of that long frame. 6-1.
It's a good shot there for the Maroons. It seems early, Chris, that they're pushing it inside. Look for that maybe to be an emphasis going on in this game.
With the Cougars, when they run this starting lineup, they're looking for more of a smaller lineup as Elisa Harris gets a tough bucket right through the paint. But the Cougars coming to this one, their true big man or forward in this situation is Janez Hutchinson, who's 5'7", and you got Olivia Gardner, who's 5'9", but they go for a more small ball with Pate coming off the bench, who has that 6'2" frame for the Cougars.
Yep, and you just mentioned Elisa Harris there on the bucket. She's the Cougars' leading scorer this year with 10.4 points per game. So obviously on the rebounding side, you're looking at Hutchinson, but scoring-wise, Elisa Harris and also Talia Prosper, both the leading scorers for the Cougars.
So now Harris bringing up the ball here for the Cougars, goes down the left side, swings over to Jones on the wing, coming off a screen, but Hutchinson is going to get hit with an illegal screen there. Looked like she charged up a little bit before she went into the screen, so that's going to be called all day long. It's going to give the ball back to the Maroons.
Yeah, that's something to look out for, Chris, too. Hutchinson, she plays so aggressive with her offensive rebounding and defensive rebounding, but she's got to stay out of foul trouble for the Cougars.
So now the ball on the corner. It's going to be drove through. Jones looked like she was going for a charge attempt, but no call was there, but a missed layup to get the ball back to the Cougars. Now Prosper on the wing, swings it over to Harris. Harris takes a deep 3 from the top of the key, rims out. Garner tries to go up for the rebound, and a fight for a rebound. It's going to be in the favor of the Maroons, and we got a swarm of players coming to the bench here. 4-man rotation here for the Maroons.
Yeah, we got a lot of subs coming on here for the Maroons, as you mentioned there, Chris. Like 4 subs.
12, Morgan Carter on the court now. Number 14, Morgan McAuliffe on the court as well. Number 24, Madison Naru. And also number 22, Lauren Keel. All on the court now for the Maroons. Now ball in the corner here, driving through. That's going to be Carter. Kicks it out. Now a three-point shot, deep mid-range shot. Feet was inside the three-point line. That's going to be number 14, McAuliffe, getting it done for the Maroons from the deep mid-range to tie it up 4-4. Now Prosper swings over to Harris. Now to Jones. Jones pumps, goes through. A lot of contact, no call, and that's going to be a missed layup and a rebound in favor of the Maroons, pushing the other direction.
Good rebound there by Carter, reaching over and getting that.
Now pass back down into McAuliffe. She's going to get caught up with the Cougar defender, and that's going to be a foul called on Prosper, and the Cougars have to look out for this one. The Cougars have to look out for that, as Prosper is another one of those defenders for the Cougars who plays so aggressively on defense, and it's really kind of shaped her game on the defensive side of the ball. But depending on the reffing staff that she gets and how lenient she gets with the calls, she finds herself getting in trouble early with the fouls. So now through the post, layup is off the mark, rebounded by Gardner, and now Harris pushing the other way. Harris now defended closely at the top of the key, swings it over, and now that's Taylor Ray in the game here for the Cougars, and also Natasha Pate checking in the game for the Cougars as well. So Jones now in the left corner, coming off the screen by Pate. Kicks it back out, deep three-point shot at the top of the key, and that's going to be off the mark. That's going to be off the mark and out of bounds, giving the ball back here to the Maroons. Taylor Ray is one of those sharpshooters here for the Cougars, so expect to see a lot of shots go up from her.
Yeah, you mentioned her, Chris, and she's taken the most three-pointers out of anybody on this Cougars team with 115 three-pointers this season, so she's their sharpshooter, and if the Cougars want to get a three-point game going, she's the one to go to.
So now in the game as well here for the Cougars, number 25. That's going to be Rihanna Evans, a freshman guard out of Greenville, South Carolina, checking in the game, giving Prosper and also Harris a spell. That's Cougars pushing the floor a little bit too fast, get caught in a traveling violation to give the ball right back after a good defensive stop. You see head coach Desiree Driver on the sideline, not too happy about that, just wanting her team to slow the pace down a little bit, not giving up the ball on violations, as that was a tough bucket there. Number 24, Madison Naru, getting it to go through contact.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier too. I mean, the Maroons here are just pushing the ball inside, and they feel like they're bigger and stronger to get it in.
As Taylor Ray puts up another three-point shot off the mark, rebounded by the Maroons. And you hear head coach Desiree Driver just keep shooting. That's something you tell all the sharpshooters. If the shots ain't falling, sometimes you just got to take more shots. You can't get down on yourself and take out an element of your game that's usually there.
Exactly, and this is a very, very young Cougars team, 9 freshmen, as we mentioned. So, just confidence, just keep shooting. And like we said, too, they lead the ODAC in offensive rebounds. They're 8th in the nation in offensive rebounds. So put the shots up and trust that if you miss it, you can follow through and get the rebound.
So I believe we're going to get the clock reset here. So 24. There we go. The clock got reset to the shot clock time instead of the actual clock time. So now 5 minutes and 12 seconds on the game clock in the first quarter. 18 seconds now on the shot clock. As the Cougars have been looking really good in this zone, going back to it. It's the ball now to McAuliffe for a short mid-range shot there, gets it to go take a 4-point lead.
That was really good passing by the Maroons there. Good ball movement and worked for that open mid-range shot. That's what you want to see if you're the Maroons.
And that's one of the keys to beating that zone.
Yep.
You got to move the ball around and catch the defense out of a slide or out of a rotation, and that's exactly what they did right there. So we're going into the first timeout here. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Scores 8-4 in favor of the Maroons. We'll be right back with Averett Sports Network after the timeout.
Averett University provides all you need for your future through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, affordable tuition, and over 50 majors and programs. Visit allaverett.com. Are you all in?
And we are back with Averett Sports Network here, back in the remaining minutes of the first quarter. Not a lot of scoring has been done in this first quarter. Good defense for the most part both ways. As the Maroons just looking to move the ball around. And McAuliffe again with the mid-range shot. It's going to be off the mark, rebounded by Evans, and Evans now going to be pushing the other way. Now on the left side of the court, swinging it back around to the right corner. Prosper pump fakes. Dribbles up to a mid-range, rims out, but Pate now on the offensive glass and gets it to go through the contact with a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, Pate is a workhorse for the Cougars, and she is great. Again, like we mentioned, I mean, they're 8th in the nation in offensive rebounds, this team. They're young, but they know how to offensive rebound, and they know how to get under the basket, especially Pate.
And one of the things about Pate is that free throw's off the mark. Cougars still down by 2. One thing about Pate is her release after she gets that rebound is so quick. As soon as she gets her hands on the ball, she's going right back up with it, and that's how a lot of her points come into play. It's now a nice spin move by Naru to get through around the contact to get the layup to go to take back a 4-point lead. And it's getting a little back and forth here as both teams starting to figure out a little bit how to get around the defense. It's now Ray going to kick it to Prosper. Prosper now driving through a lot of contact, keeps the pivot foot, and stays alive here. Was close to getting the travel call, but stays as Prosper now finds an open space, takes the three, rolls around, and can't get that lucky Cougar roll to go in.
Still a good shot there by Prosper, though. That's the look they're looking for.
That was good ball movement to get the ball back over to Prosper's hands. Now McAuliffe kicks it out. Good ball movement here. Now number 11, Moraes, in the game for the Maroons. She's now in the corner, dribbles up, takes a mid-range of her own, and that is good. Excuse me, Moraes.
Start to feel, Chris, after that timeout, the pace is really picking up right now with the scoring, and the passing too as well.
The Maroons starting to slow it down a little bit, finding the open passes and taking the smart shots. Now Prosper driving through. Looked like she was going for a little bit of contact there, possibly getting to the free throw line. Couldn't get the call there. And for the most part, the refs look like they're just going to let them play it out today.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot early. It's been physical for sure.
As now Naru draws the foul there on Ray. Doesn't get the layup to go, but she will go to the line at a chance of 2. And we have a few subs here at the scorers table. Now coming in, it's going to be back in the game. It's going to be 3. It's going to be Sayer Brandsetter coming back in, along with number 21 for the first time. It's going to be Ellie Gunter, freshman forward out of Bluefield, Virginia, checking in. And also for the Cougars, it's going to be number 22, Kiesia Coleman, freshman guard out of Lancaster, South Carolina, checking in for the Cougars. So now Evans, after the free throw here, the Maroons take a 7-point lead. Evans now swinging over to Sam. Sam's now back over to Coleman. Coleman taking a 3-point shot off the mark, rebounded by Naru. Now the Maroons pushing the other way. McAuliffe now, she's going to slow it down. Looks like she's going to go back out to Naru, back to McAuliffe, and good ball movement by the Maroons leads to a triple there in the corner.
That's a great shot. I mean, the Cougars there, it looked like they were going to have an easy bucket on the fast break, but they stopped the fast break. But, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. It's good defense. It's just a better shot.
So now Coleman with the ball in the corner, swings it over to Sam. Sam's going to reset here, bring it to the top of the key. Now Evans over to Prosper. Prosper pumps, gets a man in the air, dribbles up, takes a shot off the mark. And it looks like Sam's trying to fight for that offensive rebound, knocked it out of bounds, going to give the Maroons back the ball. Now back into the game for the Maroons going to be Jacqueline DeJesse, and also Harris back in along with Hutchinson and Garner. So the Cougars bringing back a few starters into the rotation, trying to bring this one back in. That's now McAuliffe on that backside. Kicks it back out, top of the key. A three-point shot off the mark, but Naru comes up with the rebound, gets it to Gunter, and now DeJesse, and they're going to reset here. So Brandsetter swings to Gunter, pass down to Naru. Naru through contact, off the mark, and still fight for the rebound. Naru comes up with it, and the Maroons have another opportunity here as McAuliffe going to take a three-point shot. It's going to be off the mark now. Harris fighting for the Cougars, and DeJesse, in an attempt to try to keep it alive, knocked it out of bounds. But that was a great offensive stand there by the Maroons, giving themselves a bunch of extra chance opportunities.
100%. And you know the Maroons knew coming into this game that the Cougars were a dominant offensive board team and a rebounding team just in general. So obviously they put an emphasis on that this game with the offensive rebounds.
So now Prosper tries to get it down to Hutchinson, just a little bit too tall for Hutchinson to get. And that's going to be another turnover here for the Cougars.
And just like that, Roanoke, after a slow start, is now winning the rebound battle 9-8, so something to look out for.
Now DeJesse with the ball here. Now in the game, it's going to be number 33, Rose Sandy back in. As the shot is up and off the mark, rebounded by Coleman. Now Harris pushing the tempo here for the Cougars. Swings it down to Garner. Garner through a lot of contact, puts it up, it's off the mark, and rebounded there by Brandsetter. She's going to take her time, reset here, and let her offensive players get down court.
Could get a 2-for-1 here if they want.
So now Naru driving through, puts it up, draws the contact. I believe it's going to be on Prosper. No, it's going to be called on Coleman instead. So it's going to give Naru 2 shots here to try to extend this lead out to double digits.
Naru, a 50% free throw shooter on the year.
First free throw is good. And now the Maroons are up now double digits, 16-6.
Just under 30 seconds, so Cougars can hold for the last shot if they please.
As Hutchinson going for the rebound, just lost it a little bit and goes out of bounds. So now no shot clock in play at the end of the first quarter, but it doesn't matter. Harris, great defense on the inbound here, gets a steal right back for the Cougars.
Let's see if they push it here.
Push the tempo, going through, and Harris calls her own number there, coast to coast, gets the tough layup to go to bring it back within 8. But now the Maroons with a chance at a final shot here at the end of the first quarter to Jesse. Now the Brandsetter down to Gunter. Back to Brandsetter. She kicks it across here to Sandy. Sandy takes a 3 off the mark. Got the shot off before the buzzer, but just short. So Averett, after a quick shot by Harris there, coast to coast, brings it back within 8. We'll be right back with the start of the second quarter after this quick break.
Inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon, with affordable tuition and 24/7 support. It all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
we're back here with the Averett Sports Network. It was back and forth to start out the first quarter. Maroons starting to run away with it a little bit. And the Cougars was able to bring it back within single digits. Now the Cougars will start off possession here with the second quarter. Jones back out to Prosper. Prosper kicks it over to Jones. As Jones planted, and I reckon when she planted that foot, her pivot foot slid a little bit too far. She got hit with that travel call. Is now to Jesse, bringing the ball up here for the Maroons. Coming around the screen, kicks it over to Haverkamp, now down to Kirchner. She kicks it across.
Good pass.
Pass fake, dribble in. It's now Sandy in the post, and great defense by Hutchinson to get that steal here for the Cougars after having a turnover of their own. It's now Harris coming across to Prosper. Prosper coming off the screen by Gardner, kicks it over to Hutchinson. Now to Jones. Jones back over to Harris, over to Prosper. It was pretty good ball movement there, just good defense there by Haverkamp getting across.
Yeah, I like what the Cougars were trying to do there, trying to work for the open three, passing it around the arc a little bit, but you give the Maroons credit. I mean, they played pretty good defense on that possession.
It's now Jones on the inbound here, gets it to Harris. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hutchinson in the post now goes up. It stood up there by number 10, Kirchner. Again, that 6'1" frame coming into play. She was going straight up, using that wingspan, and gets the block on Hutchinson. It's now Haverkamp. Hard step, dribbles through and gets the floater to go. That's a good bucket there for Jabria Haverkamp.
Yep, that's been a very common theme, Chris, early in this game is the Maroons are really trying to work inside, look for those floaters, mid-ranges, and layups.
Prosper got knocked away from her on the way up. The Maroons end up with the ball now in transition here. Nice pump fake and going up with his number 12, Morgan Carter.
Cougars in desperate need of a bucket here right now, Chris.
So now they see themselves falling down back to double digits as Jones now on the wing. Cougars down 12. Swinging over to Harris. Harris pump fakes, takes a side step for a three here. Off the mark, Garner gets the offensive rebound. She's doubled quickly, but great job by the Cougars to get it back out. And 2 for $1 there with Harris. Missed the first one, but was able to get the second one to go off a second chance opportunity. And they're back within single digits here. Yep,
Harris led the Cougars in points in that first quarter, and now she's up to 7.
You know, that's one of the things is Carter hits a three of her own. But that was one of the things that the Cougars struggle with is they lead the ODAC in offensive rebounds, and they're 8th in the nation in offensive rebounds, but they kind of struggle getting those second chance opportunities 100%. To go. And I think that's one of the things that holds them back from being a really good young squad.
Yep.
But, you know, there's a lot of young players on the floor. The more they gel together, the more minutes they get under the belt.
Yeah. Yep. And Coach Driver sees it. You know, she sees the potential in this team. Like we mentioned, I mean, 9 freshmen on this roster. And they're all learning together. They're all gelling together. And we've seen it, you know, throughout the year. They've been getting better and better.
So now Jones gets it into Gardner. Gardner now, a lot of contact, no call. Ball's up in the air. Jones tried to go for it, but smart heads-up play there by Sandy just to get her body in the way and just let that one bounce out. So now to Jesse here, pushing the pace here for the Maroons, bringing up the left side, gets it over to Carter. Carter now across to Kirchner. Kirchner takes a three of her own. Could be off the mark. Jones going for the rebound, poked away by Carter, and that's going to be possession for the Cougars. So now 6 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the second. The Cougars down 12 in this matchup. The Maroons keeping up with that aggressive defense as Evans getting it down to Gardner. Gardner dishes to Hutchinson. Hutchinson goes up with a nice backdoor layup there for the Cougars.
Great passing by the Cougars right there.
Now to Jesse here at the top of the key, swings it over to Haverkamp. Haverkamp now got a long pass over to the corner to Jesse. Jesse takes a floater, hits the front of the rim, rims off, and rebounded by Hutchinson. Evans pushing the tempo here, gets it to Prosper. Prosper now. There's a foul called on to Jesse.
A lot of subs coming on here, Chris.
As a full lineup change here for the Maroons. Is now Bransatter is back into the game here for the Maroons, along with McAuliffe and also Naru back in. And it's going to be number 22, Lauren Keel, back in, along with number 11, Ingrid Moraes, in the game. I believe that's all 5 of them.
I think you touched on all of them, yeah.
Now Prosper driving through, swatted away by Keel. And Garner gets a rebound, but she moves a little bit too much after the rebound. She gets hit with the travel. And if we're looking here, the Maroons definitely have the numbers game here compared to the Cougars. If you're comparing bench to bench.
Good block.
That was a nice block there by Gardner. The Maroons coming with the offensive rebound, though. Mid-range shot is silky there for McAuliffe and takes back a 12-point lead here for the Maroons.
Yeah, one of the reasons the Cougars find themselves down 12 early here is the turnover battle. I mean, 7 turnovers in the first 2 quarters so far, so they definitely need to cut those down.
So now Hutchison back out to Gardner. Gardner driving through. Nice first step, but gets blocked again by Keel. Jones comes up with it. Tries to finish with the right. It's off the mark. Keel gets a rebound. Pass to Naru is going to be tipped by Evans, but it goes out on the Cougars as Sams comes back in the game, giving Garner a spill here in the second quarter.
Yep, and if you're Roanoke, you know, obviously you're looking to still put the ball in the paint, try to get some layups, some mid-range shots, you know, try to build this lead more than 12. Obviously the Cougars looking to get it back under 10, maybe under 5.
So now Moraes swings it over to Keel. Keel now tries to get to Naru, and that was good defense in the post by Sands, getting around and poking that away. I believe we're going to have a timeout here for Roanoke as we go for a brief break with Averett Sports Network. We'll be right back with the remaining minutes of the second quarter.
University provides all you need for your future through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, affordable tuition, and over 50 majors and programs. Visit allaverett.com. Are you all in?
And we are back here with Averett Sports Network. My name is Chris Richmond. Alongside me is TH3 as we're bringing you the remaining minutes of the first half. 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Roanoke holding on to a 12-point lead here. Now Naru kicks it out to Moraes. And Moraes hits a deep mid-range shot here. And the Maroons continue just to put on a mid-range clinic here.
That was the game plan, obviously, before this game, and they've been putting it to it.
Now Prosper getting over to Sam. Sam's now over to Jones. Moving the ball around here. Poked away by Moraes. But Hutchison in the right place at the right time. Now Prosper gets it over to Sands. Back to Prosper. Prosper now coming across. Gets a nice pass to Jones, but gets blocked by Naru. And that's just good defense there by the Maroons. That was a great opportunity, though, for the Cougars with the shot clock winding down, getting a nice pass. But even better defense by Naru.
Yeah, I'm marveled right now at the Maroons' defense. I mean, they're playing this great zone. They're moving around. Their feet are going. So you just got to give them credit right now. Obviously, the Cougars had a couple good chances, good passes, but the Maroons really playing good defense here.
So the Cougars following up good defense with also good defense of their own, getting the ball back here, forcing a turnover. Sams wastes no time, takes a three off the mark. Ransatter grabs the rebound. Now Keel on the opposite end. Pump fakes, goes back up here, off the mark and rebounded by Hutchinson. Now Hutchinson looking to go coast to coast here. Kicks it back out to Jones. Jones now goes inside the paint to Prosper, and it looks like Ransatter forces the jump ball, and it works in favor of the Maroons as they get possession off the arrow here as Harris, Ray, and Garner are back into the game here for the Cougars. Now Moraes gets it over to Bransatter. Bransatter tries to get it down to McAuliffe. The pass just a little bit too far out, and the Cougars force a turnover here. So it's not like the Cougars are not getting defensive stops. They're getting their defensive stops when they need to. They just need to execute on the offensive end, just be a little bit smarter with the ball.
Yeah, Chris, I was just going to tell you, I mean, if the Cougars can keep playing good defense like this, you know, they can stay in the game. They can creep around. This game is far from over. They're struggling offensively, but if they can get some defensive stops together, they can come back.
It's now Prosper over to Harris. Harris now on the right wing coming off the screen. He's going to stop her feet, take the mid-range here off the mark, rebounded by Sam. Sams goes back up off the mark, but Gardner, another offensive rebound. And this could be a good opportunity here for the Cougars, getting 2 offensive rebounds and trying to come up with some points to show for it here. As Gardner was fouled. Now the inbound here. It's now Harris has to go to the corner to Gardner. Gardner takes one step, drives through, kicks it out to Ray. Ray now swinging over to Harris. Harris now on the wing, driving through. A lot of contact, gets through it though. Can't get the floater to go, but she will go to the line to shoot 2 here and try to get some points to reward all those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Chris, and you said it before too. I mean, the Cougars are one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the nation. So, but one of the things that can help them win this game is finishing those under the basket. Harris at the line here, a 67% free throw shooter.
First one off the mark, hits off the front of the rim. Now 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the half. Second free throw here is good here for Harris. So she at least got some points here on the board here to go with those offensive rebounds.
Yep, and she's up to 8 points now, which leads the Cougars in scoring so far.
So now Keel at the top of the key gets it down to Naru. Naru over McAuliffe, and that's poked away. So the Cougars find themselves getting another defensive stop here. Ray coming in transition, gets it to Gardner. And the refs not wasting no time on those travel calls, not letting anything slide. As the Cougars give the ball right back here to the Maroons.
Yep, we mentioned it. 9 turnovers now for the Cougars. Definitely got to cut those down in the second half.
As Prosper is going to get hit for the foul, has 2. It's going to send Carter to the line here, try to extend on to this lead. His first free throw is good. Bring it up to 14 points, 28-14.
Carter, a 64% free throw shooter on the line this year.
Second free throw rims off and is rebounded by Prosper. Prosper now pushing the tempo here for the Cougars. Gets it down to Ray. Ray now driving through and not really her element inside the arc as she goes up with the right hand and gets the floater to go. Tough bucket there by Taylor Ray.
Yeah, Ray's been the sharpshooter for the Cougars, shooting 115 threes this season, but she got in the paint there and was tough.
She's not really known for driving towards the basket, but gets it to go there. And I guess when you're trying to figure out to get something to go on offense, might as well change something up. And it worked there for the Cougars, and now they get a stop here on the other side.
See if they push it here.
So now Harris dribbling across, kicks it to Gardner, and good ball move by the Cougars. And Ray sets her feet and gets the 3 to go. So it worked out for Ray to drive through. Sometimes as a sharpshooter, you just got to see that ball go through the net.
Yep.
And she did, and now the Cougars fight their way back to single digits, but not before Keel gets a tough three to go of her own on the right side.
Yeah, that's a big shot with all the momentum going on for the Cougars, cooling it down. That's a big three-pointer.
Gardner driving through. Layup is off the mark, but she will go to the line to shoot two here.
What a sequence there by Ray, as we mentioned. You know, she gets the tough layup to go, floater, and then on the other end, right back defense, come back, shoot a three. So great sequence there by Taylor Ray.
So Sandy and also Gunter back into the game here for the Maroons. It's going to take out McAuliffe and also Keel. And Gardner, first free throw off the mark. Second free throw off the mark. Tipped out by Harris and falls in the hands of Gardner, so they get an opportunity here as Coleman, good ball movement there. It's off the mark. Ray fighting for the rebound, couldn't get it. Naru winds it in here for the Maroons. And now Sandy now kicks it back out to Gunter, back to Naru. Naru in the post. Good drop step there. Off the mark, though. And they're going to fight for the rebound. Jump ball. It gives it right back to the Cougars. So good defensive possession there for the Cougars to get the ball right back. It's going to bring in Natasha Pate back on the court here for the Cougars. Checking out Gardner.
Big 47 seconds here for the Cougars. Let's see if they can try to get this back under 10 going into the second half, Chris.
That's going to be big, bringing the lead back to single digits here if you're the Cougars. Now Ray gets it over to Coleman. Coleman now on the wing. Gets it down to Pate. Good pass by Coleman. Gets it to Pate. Layup off the mark. Rebounded by Naru. And now the Maroons pushing the other direction here. So Gunter takes the ball, gets it out to Carter on the wing.
About a 1 second difference between the shot and the game clock.
The Maroons just taking their time here and no rush. Looking for the wide open shot. They find it. Shot here is off the mark. Long rebound is Pate trying to fight for it. And they're going to say it went out on the Maroon, or on Pate. So it gives the Maroons possession here. And now they have 1.1 second to get a shot off here before the half. As Carter is wide open for a deep three. Gets it off, but off the mark. So the Cougars dodge a bullet there as Carter was wide open and was able to set her feet. So 31-19 is the score at the end of the first half. We'll be right back with Averett Sports Network with the remainder of the game after this break.
Look, we're twins. Go back to your High five for being awesome. Wow, that's bad. That's so yeah, 63. I could have not felt so fast. I'm really sorry.
And we are back here with Averett Sports Network. My name is Chris Richmond. Alongside me is Thomas Heaney III, a.k.a. TH3. As we're back giving you the halftime stats, what are the stats that's eyeing out to you?
Well, the biggest stat for me looking here is Olivia Gardner has been a workhorse early. She's got 14 minutes played, 7 total rebounds, which leads all Cougars on the floor, as well as Elisa Harris leading the Cougars in points with 8. So those are the 2 highlight players, Chris, that I'm looking at right here, and looking forward to a good second half.
And for the Maroons, it's been kind of sporadic scoring spree for them, as they have a lot of players with some points here. Leading the way, though, is McAuliffe with 8 points, and she's been getting it done here. And Naru has 9 rebounds as well, so keep an eye on her as she goes up with that layup. Misses off the mark, and Prosper comes up with it. But that's just a testament to the ball movement the Maroons has had in the first quarter, just getting that ball around and spreading it around the players who are open, as the Maroons are able to draw a charge there and get the ball right back after some great defense.
Yeah, you mentioned, Chris, the assist. They have 8 assists on their 13 shots, so moving the ball around. Not a lot of ISO ball. It's just a lot of ball movement, throwing it around over the arc and inside the paint.
So now Brandsatter gets it down to Sandy. Sandy was looking for a post pass, but it looked like Kirchner was on a different page there. The Maroons keep the ball, pass over to Kirchner, and great defense by Jones, poking around and getting the stop there on that pass in the post. And I kind of noticed that was one of the things that head coach Desiree Driver was hitting towards and talking about during one of those timeouts about playing defense in the post, and we've seen it happen a couple times, just coming around and getting those hands on those passes before they get down in the post and getting in a good position to score.
100%.
And it looks like the Cougars so far has taken note and put it into play. So now Jones with the ball here, gets it over to Gardner, now over to Prosper. Prosper takes a 3. Deep here, off the glass, off the mark, but Jones gets the rebound, goes back up with it off the mark. The Cougars yet again with another offensive rebound, and Prosper draws the foul. This is going to be on Haverkamp, I believe.
Jones being really scrappy here in the second half early. She gets the steal on the defensive side and then comes back with an offensive rebound. So she's working hard here for a comeback.
She's not one of those players that's known for being, down in the post, down in the paint and getting rebounds. She's known for her playmaking abilities and also scoring outside the paint. She puts up a shot there, but she is playing a little bit more aggressive, more scrappy down, especially in the paint. As now Sandy puts up a 3-point shot off the mark. Gardner fighting for a rebound as she draws a foul, I believe, on Keel.
Yep, and I mentioned her, Chris. Like I said, she had 7 rebounds in the first half for the Cougars, which led the team. And there she is again scrapping. So not only Hutchinson can rebound, Pate can rebound, but she can rebound as well, Gardner.
So now Harris coming off the screen by Gardner. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Comes back across to the right side. Dishes it off to Prosper. Prosper now driving through. She gets the ball away. Naru was looking to try to force a jump ball there. As Naru pokes that away, possession will stay with the Cougars. Now 11 seconds left on the clock here. Cougars got to act quick here. Look for something quick. Try to put some points up.
Yep, and the Cougars have kind of been flirting around this, 12-10 range all game. It would be nice to see them start to put the bucket in and start to get this game under 10 points.
Now in the game here, it's going to be Gunter and also McAuliffe.
I'm not really sure what's going on here, Chris. Looks like the refs are having a chat.
Talking about who the ball went off of. A little bit of confusion on the court here. The refs talking it over.
Bet we could offer our video replay, Chris, maybe.
I don't think we have that play clipped, but
long discussion here, though. Sure.
as they give the ball over to the Maroons. Switching the call here. I believe they said it went off on Gardner. So change of events here. Cougars with a turnover here, give the ball back to the Maroon. And mistake me if I'm wrong, but I believe there hasn't been any points scored yet in the second half.
Yeah, no points scored so far. It's kind of been slow, but it's really been like that for the last 2 quarters, too. It's kind of started off a little bit slow, defensive battle, and then really started picking up the pace as the quarter goes on. So let's see if that trend follows here in the third quarter. But you're right, Chris, no points so far. And Coach Driver here having a conversation with the referee as well.
Of course, you know, if they're going to change a call like that, I believe head coach Desiree Driver deserves at least an explanation of why the call was reversed. Olivia Gardner.
Looks like we're finally going to get play started here, Chris.
It's now Sandy in transition here. Driving through, pump fakes, goes up and gets the rebound by Harris. Or the rebound by Harris, excuse me. I believe it's Carter getting down, getting the charge.
It's a really nice defensive play by Carter there, putting her body on the line.
Taylor Ray coming in for the Cougars. Aggravation Coleman coming in for the Cougars.
There's Taylor Ray coming on the court for the Cougars. She was second in scoring in the first half for the Cougars with 5 points.
Miscue there after the charge, gets the ball right back to the Cougars. This is now the Cougars get another look at things here. It's Prosper bringing the ball up the court here, gets it to Coleman. Coleman now. Nice move, drives through, a lot of contact, and they're going to give another charge. TH3, I don't know about that one. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Chris.
That was a little bit off to the right there. I guess it could have gone either way. I'm not a ref, but that one looked a little off to me, but it gives the ball back to the Maroons. So now Sandy goes up with it, puts it up off the mark, and then Hutchinson draws the foul. Foul's going to be called on Sandy, trying to go for the rebound after the miss. I believe that's her first of the game, so nowhere close to being in foul trouble. Now 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to go.
Let's see if the Cougars can break this scoring drought for both teams, like you mentioned about a minute ago. No points yet.
2.5 minutes since the start of the second half. Still no points on the board for either squad. So now Ray gets it over to Prosper. Prosper now gets it down to Garner. Back out to Ray. Good ball movement by the Cougars. Now Ray driving through. Goes up with the right. Up and under. Off the mark. And now the Maroons are going in the other direction. Now Naru gets fouled going up and under by Prosper. And maybe some free throws here to end the drought. It's now 7 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock here.
Yeah, and obviously, like we talked about too, if the Cougars want to mount a comeback here, they're going to have to get defensive stops. Obviously, they're going to have to put the ball in the basket, but their defense is giving them a chance right now. Obviously, they haven't scored yet in this third quarter, but you know, it's still reasonable. They can mount a comeback right now if they keep playing this type of defense.
So now first free throw here by Naru is good. Ends the drought now. 13-point lead for the Maroons with 7 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Second free throw here is good. So 14-point lead now. Cougars back with the ball. As Ray swings over to Coleman, back to Harris. Harris at the top of the key. Gets it over to Ray. And Ray, defended closely by Naru, draws the foul.
24, Roanoke, Madison Naru called for the foul, her second of the game.
Now Coleman on the left wing, comes around, dishes it over to Ray. Ray back to Sams. A lot of ball movement here for the Cougars. Now Harris. Harris driving down the right side. Is looking to go to Coleman. Pumps, gets it to Coleman. Now mid-range shot. Nicks the rim.
That's close, Chris. I don't know if it hit the rim or not.
That should count. It did hit the rim.
Yeah, we're going to have a discussion here. Obviously, if it hit the rim, they reset the shot clock. If it didn't, it's a shot clock violation.
And they're going to say since the buzzer went off, it was a dead play. But the ball did hit the rim. So that's a tough break here for the Cougars.
Yeah, Coach Driver again wanting an explanation from the refs. And it looks like the Cougars will have the ball here. So inbound in here to Pate. Pass to the corner to Sams. Sams with the ball backed up to Ray. Ray has the ball. Back up to Harris. Harris passes it off to Sams. Back into the corner to Ray. Ray back up to Harris. Harris gets in, whistle. And it looks like we're going to have a foul, but it will be on Averett. So the Maroons will have the ball here. Just at 6 minutes here in the Grant Center. The Maroons have the basketball up 33-19. Pass inside here. Sandy gets it to go. So a good shot there by Sandy as the Maroons extend their lead 35-19. Cougars still looking to get on the board here in the third quarter. Pass up to Ray. Ray with the ball now. Tries to get it to Harris. She does. Pass to Sam. Sams drives. Good defense by the Maroons. Pass back to Harris in the corner. Harris puts up the three. Got it to go. So Harris gets that one to go, and the Cougars are on the board here in the third quarter. And that's going to be a steal. Harris running the fast break again here. Pass to Ray. Ray, three-pointer. Can't get it to go. And a great defensive rebound there, by the Maroons. Pass back up top. Sandy had the ball, passing it back over to Carter. Sandy with the ball, puts it up, can't get it to go. Averett basketball. Let's see if Averett pushes it here on the fast break. Pass to Ray. Inside to Pate. Pate puts up the hook. Won't go. Rebound Maroons. Great defense there by Harris, and she's going to be fouled. It looked like.
Foul's called 24, Roanoke. Madison Naru.
Yep, that foul is going to be on Naru. And we're going to have a timeout here on the floor. We'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network after these messages.
University provides all you need for your future through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, affordable tuition, and over 50 majors and programs. Visit allaverett.com. Are you all in?
And we are back here on the Averett Sports Network. My name is Thomas Heaney. Alongside me, Chris Richmond. And we got 4:24 in this third quarter.
And we are back here. That's a quick turnover here for the Cougars. Out to Kirchner. Kirchner now driving through off the mark and rebounded by Hutchison. Now in transition. Ray, a lot of space, gets to let him go, and now the Cougars back within 11 points.
Yep, Ray doing it all right now for the Cougars.
We start to see a little bit more energy here for the Cougars. Now Keel in the corner. And rebounded by Hutchison. Hutchison now pushing the floor here for the Cougars. And another charge called. Didn't look like she was set.
The refs are going to have a talk here, but I don't think anything's going to change. Coach Driver obviously very upset with that call. That's 3 charges now in the third quarter.
I agree with head coach Desiree Driver. She was a little deep in the zone. I believe she was close to being in the restricted area. And he reverses it to a blocking call now.
Oh.
So sometimes you got to fight for what you believe in. Head coach Desiree Driver did not believe that was a charge, believed that it was inside the restricted area.
Yeah, and that's the right call. I'm happy the referees got that one correct.
So now the Cougars, instead of now giving a turnover back to the Maroons, now have a chance at getting some more points here with a blocking foul that led to some free throws here. So now the Cougars trying to bring it back within single digits. First free throw off the mark.
Chance here for Hutchinson to get it to 10. It's been over 10 for quite a while now, Chris.
Second rebound here, or second free throw, excuse me, off the mark and knocked out by Naru. Give the ball back to the Cougars. Now Coleman gets to Ray. Ray now dishes it to Harris. Harris at the top of the key. Takes a 3 off the mark. Pate fighting for the rebound. Coleman, great hustle on that backside, at least trying to get around and tip it back in for a chance there at a rebound. It's off the mark. Now shot off the mark here.
Good shot.
Shot here by Ray, off the mark, rebounded by Pate. Pate goes through. And again, another charge called.
You know, watching Pate, Chris, I mean, she is just such a aggressive player down there in the paint, and you see why the Cougars are 8th in the nation offensive rebounds. Obviously got called there for the foul, but still, she's so aggressive down there and getting that ball.
And we got a quick timeout here. We'll be right back with Averett Sports Network after the break.
Inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon, with affordable tuition and 24/7 support. It all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
And we are back with Averett Sports Network here. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third. The Maroons now out to a 15-point lead here.
As Nehru at the line of Roanoke.
As this free throw is good as well for Nehru. So now 16-point lead here for the Maroons, largest lead for them of the night. It's now Harris gets it over to Ray. Ray coming off the screen here. Gets it over to Coleman. Coleman now back to Ray, over to Harris. Cougars just moving the ball around. 8 seconds now. Coleman gets it back to Harris. Harris, not a lot of time. Puts a floater up, blocked by Keel. And now Keel gets it down, drops it in at the other side of the court.
This is quite the run here for the Maroons, Chris.
Now shot here for Harris off the mark. Rebounded by Kirchner. And I think a little miscue there by the Cougars in transition defense. Leads to a wide open layup to take it now out to 20-point lead. We'll be right back after this quick break with the remainder of the third quarter. We are back here with Averett Sports Network. Just over a minute remaining in this third quarter as the Maroons have just caught fire at the beginning of this half. It's jumping out now to a 20-point lead. A lot of points weren't scored early on in this quarter. Matter of fact, 3 minutes passed without a single point being scored from the half, but now the Maroons have caught fire, outscoring the Cougars 13-5, I believe.
Yep, exactly. I was just about to mention that to you, Chris. I mean, 13-5 here in the third quarter for the Maroons. Obviously, everything you want to see going right for the Maroons. For the Cougars, there's still a lot of game to be played. 10 minutes in this fourth quarter, so, 2 big free throws here by Prosper as well.
First free throw is good here for Prosper. Bring it back within 20 points here. And it's a big deficit, but a lot of time left. There's still a whole nother quarter left to play.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it, too, with this young Cougars team. They show a lot of fight in the fourth quarter. They had a game a couple home games ago where they battled back from 20 down and brought it to within 10. So, it's definitely possible, but it starts on the defensive side for sure.
That right there is a good defensive stand to force a missed shot. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Maroons, but this is a Cougar team also, like we mentioned, how good they are in the offensive glass. If you're getting those second chance buckets and you're getting them to fall, that's a lot of points that could swing your way, especially if you're adding on defense. So this game is definitely not out of hand yet, with a lot of time left. And the Cougars, who just got a score on the other end, now got to stop to get the ball right back. So now Evans with the ball here, kicks it out to Jones. Jones on the wing, dribbles through, dishes it back out to Evans. Evans sets her feet, lets the three fly off the mark, rebounded by Naru. Naru looks deep, gets it down to McAuliffe. McAuliffe lets it bounce and takes the drop step to get it to go for two.
Yeah, Chris, like I mentioned, that game that I was talking about was the Guilford game here a couple weeks ago at home. They outscored Guilford 27-9 in the fourth quarter. So, if they see an effort like that in the fourth, they can definitely come back.
Prosper, her mid-range is off the mark. She's going to get the ball back to the Maroons now. The Maroons have 7.9 seconds left to work with it in the third quarter. We'll try to get an add-on to their lead. Shot here at the buzzer for McAuliffe is good.
What a shot.
And that's going to end the third quarter. We'll be right back here with the start of the fourth quarter with Averett Sports Network after this break. And we are back here with Averett Sports Network after a buzzer-beating three to take it out to a 23-point lead here for the Maroons. The fourth quarter now underway. Now Naru in the post, kicks it back out. Mariah is now deep mid-range shot off the rim and rebounded by Sams. And now the Cougars pushing the other direction. As Prosper goes up and under. Little circus shot there off the mark. A good defense by Evans to poke that one loose and take possession back for the Cougars.
Yep, let's see what the Cougars can do here in this fourth quarter. Chris, obviously, like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, they had a great fourth quarter that we were here against Guilford, 27-9 in that fourth quarter. So let's see if they can get that kind of effort today in this fourth quarter to come back.
So now Jones pass to Pate. It's going to go through the hands. That's going to be another turnover here for the Cougars. Now Naru gets it over to McAuliffe. McAuliffe takes a mid-range shot, and it's off the mark. Boy, has her shot been on the money, though, for most of this game.
Yep, she's been a big part for the Maroons.
It's Evans' three-point attempt's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Marias. Now three-point shot here for Hill. It's going to be in the basket.
The Maroons piling on here. The three-point shot's starting to get to go now. They struggled in the first half shooting the three ball, but back-to-back threes now.
Now Evans gets it to Pate. Pate now.
Good shot.
Mid-range shot of her own is good.
Pate definitely has that in her arsenal, as well as the great rebounding. She has great post moves.
Now Naru putting up a shot here, drawing the contact. Can't get the shot to go, but we'll go to the line to shoot two here.
25, Brianna Evans first. Olivia Garner in for Averett.
First free throw here off the mark here for Naru.
Naru has found herself at the line a lot today. That was her 8th free throw. She's got that high arcing shot. She's hit 5 of them so far.
Second free throw is going to hit the front of the rim, but roll in. And it's good to bring it out now to a 25-point lead as Evans. Nice pass fake, gets through, drop, takes a hop step, but layup is off the mark, and now the Maroons pushing the other direction. So now Marias swings it over to Carter. Carter now at the wing. He's going to get it over to Marias. And Maroons just taking their time here. Sam's trying to reach around to keep the ball from getting down to the post, and she's going to get caught with a foul here.
I like that play by Sams, though, trying to be aggressive, trying to get a steal, try to get some momentum going for the Cougars, but she got caught with the foul there.
You know, the Maroons, their bread and butter has been getting the ball down to the paint.
Exactly.
So definitely, if you want to try to keep the ball from getting down there by any means necessary. And Harris goes up and gets the layup to go. Tough through contact.
What a game Harris has had now. That's her 13th point on the game.
Now Carter, nice move. And gets the layup to go.
It's really great patience there by Carter. Not pulling the three, but rather going in for the paint, getting the bucket inside.
Wide open is Evans as she sets her feet and gets the three to go. Another player with some talent behind the arc here for the Cougars.
Yep, and that'll get Evans on the board.
Down to Rue, kicks it over to McAuliffe. McAuliffe now back out to Marias, and Marias going to reset here. Gets it back down to McAuliffe. McAuliffe kicks it out to Carter. Carter now sets feet, takes the threes off the mark. McAuliffe fighting through, trying to get the rebound. It's going to be tipped out. We're going to get the ball back to the Cougars. So now Gunter, and also now checking into the game for the first time, is going to be number 4, Mariah Kane. And now in the game for the Cougars is going to be Taylor Ray and also Hutchinson checking in.
Yeah, if you're Coach Driver here, you definitely want Taylor Ray taking some 3 points here, trying to get some shots up and in for the Cougars. Ray's their best 3-point shooter.
So now Jones here, swinging it over to Ray. Garner to Evans. Now back to Ray. Ray down to Jones in the corner. Jones, her pass back out to Evans is intercepted there by Marias. And Marias now going to reset here for the Maroons. So now Kane swings it over to Carter. Carter now on the wing, gets it down to Gunter. Gunter in the post. Nice move to go back up and under for Gunter. and draws the foul, and she has her chance at a three-point play as well.
Really smart play there by the Maroons to get that ball into Gunter as the mismatch with Gunter on Ray. That is not a matchup the Cougars want in the paint. So good execution by them.
Now Ray back to Jones. Jones on the wing, back to Ray. Ray sets her feet, takes a shot. It's off the rim and rebounded by Kane. And now Mariah is looking down court, gets it over to Carter. And the Maroons going to slow the pace down here, up by 25. And no rush here, just trying to maintain the lead as Gunter now gets it over to McAuliffe. McAuliffe, shot's going to be off the mark, but rebounded again by Gunter, but the ball goes straight to Jones. Now Jones pushing the other way. Goes into the post, but resets here. Now Ray sets her feet, shoots it again. This one off the mark as well as Hutchison gets a rebound, tries to put it up because she knew she was falling. Didn't want to get hit with the travel, at least give it a chance to go into the basket.
Yeah, despite that miss though, Chris, I mean, she had 3 Maroons all over her, and she comes down with it. You see why she's leading the ODAC in offensive rebounds per game.
So now Carter driving through. Nice pass out to Mariah. Driving through and gets the right-hand finish to go. As Harris and Coleman both come back to the scorer's table here. As Jones drives through, I was sitting here waiting on it. That was a lot of contact.
Yep.
And it looked like a blocking foul, but no whistle was called. And then finally, the whistle was called there for the blocking foul. As now Harris and Coleman set to check back in after the timeout. We'll be right back here with the remaining minutes of this game with Averett Sports Network after the break.
University provides all you need for your future through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, affordable tuition, and over 50 majors and programs. Visit allaverett.com. Are you all in?
And we are back here with Averett Sports Network. After a blocking foul here, sets the Cougars with an inbound pass here. Coleman to take it out. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the game. As now Hutchison in the post, goes up, draws the contact, and will get the foul and shoot 2.
Just want to highlight Naru here for the Maroons. She's on the board with a double-double. She has 12 points and 11 rebounds. She's been a driving factor into the Maroons' almost 30-point lead by now.
So now in the game, it's going to be number 2, Brinley Burrell. Making her first appearance in this game. Second free throw is going to roll in there. Now the Cougars go into a trap here. Kane kicks it across. Nice defense there by Hutchison to get across and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you see Coach Driver there loves that. She put the press on. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go. They're playing aggressive. They want steals. They want fast breaks.
You know, a lot of teams will kind of bow down in this situation, but not this Averett team, and not head coach Desiree Driver's team.
Yep.
They're going to play to the last minute, and they're going to play aggressive, and they're going to try to bring this game back within as close as they can.
Looks like we have an injury on the floor.
We have a Maroon shaking up, so we'll be right back after we get this injury situated with the remainder of the fourth quarter. And we are back here with Averett Sports Network. Injured player was McAuliffe there, shaken up.
Yeah, Morgan McAuliffe, the senior out of Spring Lake, New Jersey. It's good to see her get up, though, Chris.
Yeah, she was able to get up and walk off on her own power, so that's good for the Maroons to see. So now, I believe that was Coleman that got hit with a pushing foul there. It's going to bring Kane to the line to shoot a couple here for the Maroons.
Got to have a whistle. Oh.
He's lined up on the wrong line there. It does get a little bit confusing down
With the
there.
volleyball, yep, exactly.
The volleyball line, but quick fix, just back up a little bit and reset here. His first free throw is good for Kane. Just over 4 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Now second free throw off the mark. Harris comes up with the rebound, now pushing the floor down the right side. Harris coming across the middle. Going to get it over to Coleman. Coleman now jab step towards the baseline. It's going to reset here now. Harris drops it down to Hutchison. Hutchison now, quick release down there in the post. Gets it to go off the glass for 2 points for the Cougars.
Good fight there by Hutchinson to stay with that and put that in the net.
Good defense there by Coleman to get the turnover and get the ball right back here for the Cougars. She drives in and gets the layup to go. So 4 back-to-back points for the Cougars, and this is what we talked about here. They're not going to bow out of any matchup. They're going to play till the final whistle, and you see them still in this press. It's put a little bit of pressure on this Maroons team.
Yep, exactly. This is exactly what Coach Driver wants to see. Like we said, 9 freshmen. They're in it until it says 0-0-0.
And you know that's one of the things you see from young teams. They're not going to let up towards the end because they want to get as much experience as they can.
Exactly.
So this is valuable time for a lot of these young players as well to just get experience. And that's another defensive stop, forcing the shot clock violation there. And the Cougars now on a little roll.
Yeah, Chris, I mean, these are, like we talked about, these are like the growing pains for a young team. And some of the best quarters the Cougars have had this year have been in the fourth quarter. Sometimes they just need to feel out the whole game, and then they get firing on all cylinders in the fourth quarter. And that's what we've seen so far here.
So now Coleman with the ball here on the right wing, comes across, takes a three-point shot after getting the layups off the mark. Rebounded there by number 25 for the Maroons. It's going to be Nora Schroeder, but the Cougars get the ball right back. Now Ray gets it over to Coleman. Coleman now pass to Gardner. It's going to be tipped off, but the Cougars keep the ball. Coleman puts up a floater off the mark, rebounded by Kane. Now the Maroons pushing the other direction.
Yeah, if you're the Maroons here, just looking to run this clock out, slow things down. The Cougars have been playing very, very fast here in this fourth quarter.
So now Kane here with the ball, takes a mid-range shot deep. It's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Schroeder. Layups off the mark. Rebounded again, this time by Burrell. And now the Maroons resetting here. Kane driving through, gets fouled. Layup won't go, but she'll go to the line to shoot another two.
Fouls on 14, Brent Sanders. First, second foul.
As Pate comes back in the game, it's going to be a couple subs new into the game for the Maroons. It's number 5, Morgan Corfus comes into the game. And also, it's going to be number 13 as well, Claudia Disbro. Disbrow. It's into the game here. And also it's going to be number 32, Dylan Silber, checking into the game as well here for the Maroons.
Just under 2 minutes here in the Grant Center.
And Harris drives through, gets missing, gets by a couple defenders, and draws the foul. So Harris gets 2 points to go and has a chance at a three-point play here, and she's just adding on to a pretty solid night here.
Yeah, she has Chris, she has 15 points now, and she's the leading scorer for the Cougars. She's had a great game.
Along with 15 points, also has 4 steals to go with that, leads the team in steals as well.
Yep.
So she's been getting it done on both sides here. Playing a good all-around game. So now a minute and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Got to think this one is pretty much out of reach at this point. 20-point deficit is hard to come back from a minute 30. Now 25 points here for the Maroons. It doesn't mean you can't play hard to the last whistle and bring it as close as you can. So now Harris back with the ball, gets to Ray. Ray coming across, kicks it out to Coleman. Coleman now kicks it back to Harris. Harris thought about the three, doesn't take it there, hits the corner to Ray. Ray, one quick step down the baseline, gets the layup to go and gets a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, Chris, and this is what I love about this Cougars team. They're so young that it doesn't really matter what the score is. They're still going to play hard no matter what it is, and what a shot there by Ray. They've played hard in this fourth quarter despite the deficit, and it's pretty admirable.
So now Ray set to take a free throw to make it a three-point play. A minute and 8 seconds left on the clock.
This one will get Ray into double digits.
It's a free throw off the mark. Rebound was off the hands of Schroeder, but comes up into the hands of Disbrow. And now this is going to be Silber with the ball here. Just moving around now. Schroeder gets it out to Corfus. Corfus now driving through. Floater over Sams is good.
Tough shot.
That's going to be a timeout by Driver, head coach Desiree Driver. So we'll be right back here with Averett Sports Network with the remaining seconds of this game.
Inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon. With affordable tuition and 24/7 support, it all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
And we are back here with Averett Sports Network. 42.8 seconds left on the clock. It's now Ray here with the ball, gets it over to Harris. Harris now at the top of the key, comes around, puts a floater up. Can't get the roll in and rebounded there by Schroeder. 30 seconds now on the clock. 1 second between shot clock and game clock here. That's now Schroeder driving through, layup off the mark. And a late foul there called on Sams. Put Schroeder to the free throw line. 16 seconds left on the clock. Okay, shot clock is now out of play, so you got to imagine that if the Maroons get the offensive rebound off of a miss, they'll just run the clock out, or the Cougars get the ball, they might just run the clock out as well.
Yeah, Chris, and obviously you got to give the Maroons a lot of credit. They came in here, had a game plan to get the ball inside, mid-range shots, layups, stuff like that. And, of course, the defense also. I mean, they forced 19 turnovers. You're going to win games when you force 19 turnovers, so you got to give the Maroons a lot of credit.
They came in knowing they were playing the zone. They moved the ball around well, and they hit the shots when they needed to. It made a huge difference in this one.
Yep.
So this is going to be the final of the first game into the Grant Center. We do have senior day for the men's basketball team coming back into the Grant Center at 4:30, so we'll be back here for that. And that's going to be it for this episode of Averett Sports Network. The final 69-44, the Maroons come on top. And always remember, roll Cougars.